On Thanksgiving Day, I got the chance to investigate one of America's most infamously haunted locations, and that is Billie Creek Village in Rockville, Indiana. Now, we got an overnight paranormal investigation of this place. I did not book it, I did not pay for it. A friend invited me that did all of that, so regardless, I am very grateful we got to go, and I am very happy for the experience. And it's a little paranormal trip. I would do it again. We drove 8 hours to get to Indiana. It was a drive, and on our way back we got stuck in a snowstorm. That was not fun. Anyways, I did post all of the footage that I took there, including all of the paranormal things that I'm going to be talking about in here that we captured, so I will link that below if you want to check that out. Also, I know Taylor, my friend that went with me, also uploaded a video, so I will link hers as well. You can watch both of ours. They have both footage, different styles. Go watch them both. But I also kind of just wanted to sit down and talk about it, because I feel differently about this place than I do any other paranormal spot that I have investigated thus far. And I don't really know how to approach that. Because typically I'm hyping up in the videos, I'm you gotta go to this place. Like the Bell Witch Cave, I went back, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to be completely transparent with you guys, especially if it's an area where you have to spend money to investigate paranormal things, you know what I mean? So we're gonna talk. We're gonna have just a little sit down chat. Brutally honest, I was expecting a lot more from what people call one of the most haunted spots in the United States. I really was. I was told that some buildings are so messed up that you get dragged and chased out of them. You get hurt from these spirits, they're so active. Just walking down the road, you're gonna get knocked over by a ghost. I was expecting a lot more than what I got. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now, at least from my experience, it was not like that. Now, am I saying I didn't have one paranormal experience? No. I had a few. But before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about what Billie Creek Village is, because while I don't know if I recommend doing the paranormal investigation overnight part of it, just visiting in a historical aspect, I think you should do. So Billie Creek Village is a bunch of different buildings that are very old, that are positioned to look like a small town, and it was made like this to preserve the buildings and to just kind of keep everything together, to keep educating. The oldest building there is an old log cabin that was built in 1813, and the newest building is a schoolhouse that was built in 1913. So we are talking old buildings. These buildings are old and they have been relocated to this area. Even the covered bridge was relocated to this area to be preserved. The things inside of them, because everything is set up in a living museum way. So you walk into these buildings, it's like you're walking back in time. All of these artifacts, old. There's a lot of energy. To put it lightly, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of confused spirits, because they are attached to the buildings that are now in different parts of the land, and they are confused. Not to mention the fact that there's running water close by, and that always makes things worse. So yes, there was paranormal activity. For me, I think the most active spots on the property was the Catholic Church, the old farmhouse that sits off to itself, and that's it. Out of all those buildings, I would say those are the most active spots. Those are where we had things happen. Apparently the schoolhouse is supposed to be very haunted. There is a very infamous picture taken outside of it of a little boy apparition. We went in there to set up to investigate, felt nothing. We literally went in there and looked around at the stuff, just as a history tour, and then left, because we felt nothing. Now, apparently other people have good luck in there. We just didn't. Now, inside of that Catholic church, there was a very disgruntled old man spirit. Whenever Taylor went under for the Estes method, he was not happy that we were there. He was calling us Satanists. He was calling us kids. He did a whole countdown, literally a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for us to get out. You're all Satan?
Because we're all Satan.
You're the kid.
Oh, I'm the kid.
You're the kid.
I didn't realize I was a kid.
It's probably an older,
Wow.
Oh, we have a sense of humor now, don't we?
You're not bright, you're a kid, you're Satan.
5, 4, 3,
2. 1. Time to go.
Okay, I think that's our time to go.
But before he even really spoke to us, he slammed open that church door, and we did catch that on camera, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Stuff we can use to talk with you. Oh, spirit box. You've probably seen one of those before.
No way.
Oh my god, that door is so.
Mitchell, you latched that, didn't you?
I didn't lash it.
Billy, shut it.
But-
There's no wind, look.
Wait, you know what's funny? That door wasn't open. It was the one to next to it. The one that's closed out.
And there's no wind. Look, there's shit in
There's no
Question, can you set off one of those things if you want to talk to us? We brought some stuff we can use to talk with you. Oh, spirit box. You've probably seen one of those before.
No way.
Oh my god, that door is so.
Mitchell, you latched that, didn't you?
I didn't lash it.
Billy, shut it.
I genuinely think the church was my favorite part of the visit because that door slamming open was so interesting. Now, in the house that sits off from itself, it's like a quarter of a mile away from the town. This is supposed to be the house where people get hurt. We went in there and we did the Estes method. Well, we didn't. Taylor went under and Eric went under. But we heard a few things while they did. There was a growl. Something blew into my mic that was pretty high up away from all of us because we were all sitting on the ground. There was someone stomping around inside. There was babies crying. Eric had a panic attack during the Estes method because of things that were being said to him that were so disgusting in the headphones. So I'm definitely something not so great in there, but is it the scariest thing I've ever experienced? No.
Is there anybody else that's here as well with you?
Wait,
What is this?
hold this thing.
It's breathing heavy.
Yeah, get him out. Go get him out.
No, hold on, leave one.
Get him. Taylor, take him out.
He's having a panic attack.
But listen, I do think at the end of the day, you should be the judge. I do think this is a place that should be visited, even just for the historical aspects of it. It's free to get in. They do take donations for the upkeep of the buildings, but it was really cool to see. It feels like you're walking into Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls, but like very old. It's really cute. The general store there is an actual store. They have a coffee shop. I think they have an ice cream place. They have a place where you take old-timey photos, all in these old buildings. It's beautiful. It really is. And it's really cool to learn because, like I said, everything is set up in like a living museum type of way. So if you don't do the paranormal tour, I think you should absolutely go and visit just for the historical fact of it. Now, like I said, I did not book this. I'm very grateful to go regardless. This is not something that I would have paid for to be there overnight. Would probably go back during the day, but overnight I wouldn't. The people that own it are super sweet, super accommodating. It just, from a paranormal investigator point of view, it just didn't really seem worth it to me, but I am glad I went. I did it with some of my really good friends, and I had fun just for that. I mean, it's great. It's great paranormal investigating. You're never gonna have a bad time with that. Just, I don't think I would spend money on it. But I do think you should judge it for yourself. Let me know if you've been, if you plan to go, and if you've had any experiences if you did. Alright.